Here now to get us started is Logan Cook, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And a fair catch signaled for and taken 6.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding the like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give a fuck about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbilly. Cubone staying with the lip. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, it's the sound system.
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. Here now to get us started is Logan Cook, and we are underway from Cincinnati.
Done. 11.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stuff the run and then executed.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They go play action with Burrow. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now Burrow loses the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence over the middle, complete. It's Allen. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Lawrence going back to Allen. He's got him again. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Bengals at 12-3 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he's got a Bengals 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Burrow on play action. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. The 1st carry now for Dalvin Cook. And this will be a Jaguars 1st down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Lawrence. And complete right side to Cook. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 15. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Second down and 12 at the 19-yard line. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Burrow. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning three safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, no two ways around it. Anytime you get the current number 1 and number 2 seeds in the AFC playing each other this late in a season, it's a big game.
It is definitely a big game, and not just for seeding and placement and such, but for trying to establish yourself as a team to beat. You want everyone else in the league to look at you and say, boy, it's going to be tough to knock those guys off.
Throwing again on second down. Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. First target, first catch, and a first down. Burrow will throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To the air again, Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 41-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a lot. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. So the problem's really starting to add up now. I mean, they try the field goal in an effort to get a little bit closer, but the block and return make the situation worse.
I like what you just said there. Just trying to get a little bit closer. I think mentally, that's why they were doing it, because really the 3 wasn't going to do them a whole lot of good, but they feel better about themselves. Now, they feel exponentially worse.
Extra point safely through, and that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think
did.
you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. That is caught at the 7. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On 2nd down, Cook. And a short gain here down to the 22. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And looking for Cook, but this pass is intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to get the football back at their own 17. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 2nd and very short, Burrow. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. On first down, Lawrence. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
On second down, here's Lawrence. It's complete to Cook. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Now Lawrence to throw. He completes it to Beckham. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. Touchdown, Jaguars! Christian Kirk, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Lawrence going to look to throw for it. It's complete, and he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. 2nd and 6. Here's Lawrence to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now Lawrence. It's caught by OBJ. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Open man right side is Ingram. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Cook will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. It's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Now Burrow. He'll drop this one down to mix it. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, now Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Foyesade Oluwakin from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call. And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. to Mixon on the check down. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the second half.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? And Burrow going to throw again. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Forced out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Now Burrow on 1st down. Dumps it off to Mixon. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. An extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down. Here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
It's a throw again is Lawrence. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. And the Jags are going to get it back here just past the 35. So that'll change things a bit. 15 yards added on. Going to put him on the other side of midfield.
And add on a shake of the head defensively, because he got caught where his hand wasn't supposed to be, and that cost him 15 yards.
From midfield now, Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
Fair catch made at the 29-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They go play action with Burrow. Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jaguars are going to take possession here, the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they look to finish strong in this 4th quarter, and this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right?